This is Gorgeous Responds, and I am Gorgeous. I'm hoping everybody's in the festive July 4th, Independence Day mood, and everybody's getting reared up, ahead in this new work week, in preparation for the July 4th celebration. And hopefully everybody's going to be popping some firecrackers or watching some fireworks and having a good time with family and with the friends or associates and what have you. So best wishes everybody out there. Be safe. Today I do want to respond to something particular that happened yesterday, as a matter of fact, from the world of sports, where we have in the National Basketball Association a major trade that had taken place in between the players being Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, along with DeAndre Jordan, signing deals and all heading to the Brooklyn Nets, again of the National Basketball Association, i.e. the NBA. Before I talk or I respond to that, though, I'm going to say that Tobias Harris also signed a contract extension yesterday in which he re-signed with the Philadelphia 76ers for, if I'm understanding this correctly, somehow $180 million, a 5-year deal for one Tobias Harris for $108 million. Tobias Harris is going to make $180 million for 5 years for playing with the 76ers. Tobias Harris is a good basketball player. Tobias Harris does not deserve $180 million for 5 years. I mean, I'll just go ahead and say that. And I'll say that it is absolutely preposterous that any owner or any general manager in the NBA would offer $180 million to Tobias Harris. Whoever it is in the 76ers that pulled that trigger or called that shot, it's a thing that we used to say where I'm from, and when a person is bad, we say he's good. Yeah, that 76er guy who gave Tobias Harris $180 million, he's good. All right, he's good. Gravy. So first, I just wanted to go ahead and say that for starters, like that just baffled me the most, actually, of the news that happened yesterday in the NBA with all the trading that was taking place and so forth. There were other moves that were being made in the league, but are less notable than the Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, also along with DeAndre Jordan, and all heading to the Brooklyn Nets. I just want to say that for all intents and purposes, I mean, I know I probably shouldn't say it, and people are going to say, you know, well, why are you saying that? And some people are going to be, you know, having a fit, you know, that I am saying this. But, I mean, y'all, my show is Gorgeous Response. Y'all know I'm going to respond. But I just feel like I need to say it because I want to be truthful with y'all. This is one of the reasons why y'all tune in and watch my videos, because y'all expect, you know, bare knuckle honesty and the truth as the way that I see it. And so y'all, you know, respect my view, you respect my take, and you respect my channel. That's why you view it. So I want to be truthful with y'all always. And with this, it's none the lesser. I just really think that Kevin Durant is irrelevant. The issue is with Kevin Durant is what? What's the issue with Kevin Durant? He was with OKC. He was with Westbrook. He was with Ibaka. He was with Sam Adams. He was with Dion Waiters. He was with Enes Kanter. He had a 3-1 lead in the conference finals. A 3-1 lead in the conference finals against Golden State Warriors. If you Kevin Durant, 3-1 lead, hey, you got a game on your court, you got 2 games on your court, hey, win the game, you're in the championship, favorite to win the championship, maybe. I mean, coughs up the 3-1 lead and Golden State comes back and wins that conference finals. Golden State goes on to cough up a 3-1 lead in the championship round themselves to the Cleveland Cavaliers. You know, with Draymond and doing his, you know, antic thing in the NBA and, you know, maybe this and that and whatever. Golden State coughed up a 3-1 lead themselves, giving LeBron James and Cleveland their first NBA championship. The next season, Kevin Durant goes to the team that came back on him from a 3-1 deficit, and he goes and signs a deal to play with them. Why? Because supposedly he was tired of dealing with Russell Westbrook. He couldn't handle the pressure and the psychological wherewithal to play with one incredibly talented Russell Westbrook. So he called town. And he went to the team that came back and beat his ass from a 3-1 deficit in which he had him at. Goes on at Golden State, sitting in the lap of one 2-time MVP Steph Curry, and wins back-to-back championships the 2 following seasons after Golden State came back from a 3-1 deficit and beat Kevin Durant in Oklahoma City. Goes on the next 2 years while at Golden State, sitting in Steph Curry's lap, wins 2 championships, gets credit as being the best player on the team. Where they do that at? Wins 2 finals MVPs in the process. What's happening now? Kevin Durant, after getting hurt in the playoffs this following playoff season decides that he's going to leave Golden State. Why? Because it's Steph Curry's team. It's Steph Curry's team. He don't feel like he's getting the proper praise and respect, and his legacy is gonna not have the type of luster that, you know, he envisions it, or it should be, or, you know, some sportscaster believe it should be, and so forth. So he's catching town again, and he's headed to Brooklyn, New York. The parable one, you know, another malcontent for all intents and purposes, Kyrie Irving. I mean, he's got some malcontent tendencies as well, as we do all know about. So now it's him and Kyrie in Brooklyn now. You know, the malcontent duel in Brooklyn, New York now, in the borough. I mean, Kevin Durant is just not, he's not built for this. He's not built for this. These type of conversations that we have when we talk about all-time greats, when we talk about the Michael Jeffrey Jordan Award for best player in the league, Kevin Durant's not built for that award. Ever. How could he be? Out of all the, he went to a 73-9. Count them. 7, 3, 9. A 73-9 best record in the history as long as the NBA started. Team who already won a championship, who was 3-1 up a Draymond Green suspension away from winning back-to-back championships. And he ends up winning a couple of championships, right? I mean, he ends up winning a couple of championships, right? Ends up, you know, being taller and longer and, you know, better and more high leverage points of games, and the statistical, you know, dominant, and, you know, in terms of size and, you know, just sheer, you know, ability to score the basketball. Ends up outshining one Steph Curry, the greatest shooter that anybody's ever seen in their life. This is not up for argument. One of the top 5 players that I ever seen play the game of basketball, Steph Curry. Been watching basketball for over 30 years. One of the top 5 players that I ever seen play the game of basketball, one Steph Curry, ends up outshining him. And basically cuffing 2 Finals MVP awards, proving that he's the best player. Steph Curry didn't need Kevin Durant, y'all. Kevin Durant definitely needed Steph Curry. I mean, why the hell would he be sitting in his lap if he didn't need Steph Curry? Steph Curry did not need Kevin Durant. Let's make that clear. I'll say it one more time. Steph Curry did not need Kevin Durant. Rather, Kevin Durant needed Steph Curry. Just want to make that all clear for everybody out there that's listening. So I want you to understand what I'm saying right here. Kevin Durant is irrelevant to me. And he's not winning another title. He won't win it in Brooklyn with Kyrie. And he won't win it elsewhere whenever he decides to shoot town again. He's irrelevant. He couldn't win it with Westbrook. Why? Because he was too weak. And Westbrook knew he was too weak. That's why he was handling him the way he was handling him. Is Westbrook handling Paul George like that? No. You know why? Because Paul George ain't Kevin Durant. He ain't finna try to handle Paul George like that. Because Paul George not weak. Not mentally weak like Kevin Durant. And that's a factor. When I'm grading out players and their ability to play basketball, mental toughness, leadership, dominance, refuse to lose, competitor, ultimate competitor, all of that, I factor in the basketball player and the basketball players. Kevin Durant lacks massively when it comes to mental strength and toughness. He's a weakling. And he's proving it. He's proving it. I'm not saying anything that's fictional or, hey, I don't like KD. He's proving it. All of this, what I'm saying, Kevin Durant has proved it. So what I'm saying is, I don't see this deal that happened yesterday with KD and Kyrie actually panning out to anything more than them being really competitive. Once Kevin Durant does come back from his injury that he suffered in the playoffs, whatever it is, I don't think any of us really still know what the heck it is. I mean, what is it? Is it really what they say it is? I mean, I don't know. At this point, heck, when he went down, we all thought it was Achilles. Come to find out it was what? Now they say it's okay. Are you sure? So he's going to sit out next year, that being Kevin Durant, and he won't be playing basketball next year. So we have to see how this all pan out, the following year. What's Kyrie going to be doing in the meantime? Who is he going to be playing with? What? He's not going to get it done by himself. He's actually going to need more help. So we just have to see how it all pans out, and we have to see, what becomes of the Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving situation in the Brooklyn Nets, and we'll see. We'll be watching.